Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for March 29th, 2022. Also being timeless, so wherever you're catching in time, this could be relevant, horribly irrelevant, somewhere on the spectrum. I don't know, let's hang out and watch. This is general collective. Don't force this to fit your life. You can either let it fall away, or if you have questions about booking your own private session or services I provide, go ahead and find the description, find the email address, send me an email, or find me on the social platform, send me a DM. Okay, so my original IG was hacked, and they're still taking the videos off, even though I am putting in there, hey, my original account was hacked. Forget that account, go for my new one. So anyway, my new account is no punctuation, no underscores, no spaces. It's one word, @RaisingSivak, and that's on IG. So let's get this reading going. It looks like there's a major FOMO moment that's going on with you, and I know that this is a point of not being irrational or being impulsive, and this stands to have great, amazing rewards. But that kind of pressure on it is making you kind of fritz out. It is. Look what I'm looking at right here. Look at that. I do see that there is a pretty emotional start. There's a lot on the line in your eyes. I think that it's mainly magnified by, what the alternatives have been in your life. Again, I see major rewards, but there's some sort of a lesson that you need to stop forcing yourself to learn in here. This is going to be an investment. This is going to be time built. Like, you are going to be putting in the time on this. Don't let that scare you. Anything worth anything is going to take time. So here we have the don't celebrate yet. Don't abandon course. You're already having this entire thing change. So this is about bringing the willpower to see this through, because you're going to want to run, like I just said. If you run, it'll be a disaster, and it'll have a major sense of loss. This will just come about again down the road till you learn not to run away from this. And I'm talking about this not in a romantic prospect, please. This is more along the lines of, I guess, a lifestyle or a path in life, a life direction, career even. Don't be the person that says no to yourself in here. This is what we're looking at. So, yes, a lot to learn. It's going to be exhausting. You're not going to see the payoff right away, which I think is what's going to probably be the kicker for a lot of people. So where is this leading to? Because this feels to be lifestyle and almost career-based. Don't be afraid to be the student. Everybody who's ever been in any position had to start at the beginning. A lot of earth energy on this. You're going to be really fulfilled, but it looks like the ugly part of this is breaking through. I think either the mindless droneness of this or the monotony of it. You're going to find your own kind of way to swing this, your own personality in here, make it interesting for you. What is this in regard to? You're going to learn how to apply pressure to not only people, but to opportunities in your life. It almost feels like a sense of urgency building up from your end, extending out. Not anyone really putting the pressure on you. I think that the pressure on you is null void. Not going to happen. You're going to be balancing a lot. But the thing is, you have to let go of this identity of who you were supposed to be, how you were supposed to be, how people have perceived you. This could be a lot of hang-ups about how people have perceived you in the past. I got news for you. You got some skeletons in your closet. But those skeletons are not really a mammoth size now, are they? Stop being afraid of what other people could say about you, how they would perceive you, how they would project onto you. There's no real danger. It's not going to be your undoing. I got news for you again. You screwed up somewhere along the line. Don't let people's perception of who you are based on who you used to be stop you from taking a new direction. So then we have Archangel Gabrielle. You have an important life involving communications and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will back you up. And we have this. Your desired outcome will happen in the very near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try and force it to happen. Then we have Teresa. Time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. Cards are even saying it. You got to put yourself first on this one, which is probably why you're putting yourself in the student position, because it's not in the ideal place you want to be. Where you are right now is not where you want to be, but let's face it, you're not where you used to be, mind, body, and spirit. This is just part of your transition. The payoff of this is going to be major, soul-filling and everything. So how can you convey your artistic hand in life and thrive with it? What are you putting out to do? Like, what do you want to do? What are you putting yourself in the student role for? Going towards the mermaids and dolphins. This wants to make an appearance. What's this? Empowerment. And then we have soulmate relationships. Oh my God, I love it so much. Treasure. Let yourself receive. For the love of God, can you let some good things happen to you in your life without you freaking out that they're going to be ripped away? I'm the worst offender with that one. It's like, okay, why is this happening? What's your game? Alchemy. That's the first card that I saw too. And I want these two. All right, so that's going to be it from this particular deck. Waves of prosperity. Where's that book? Hopefully it's not all the way back there. Hang on. Yeah, don't you love seeing me bend in all those awkward ways where it looks like I'm, I don't know, a blob or something? Universal law correspondence. No, that's not the one I want. You need to hear Law 6 right now. The universal law of compensation is the law of cause and effect. It applies to the blessings and abundance we receive. The sixth law is the manifested results of our deeds that are given to us in the form of gifts, money, inheritances, friendships, and blessings. You don't want to know. Anyway, hey. So this law is firm that there is no flexibility in the rules. The law is clear, forward, and straightforward. It means we cannot have successes without having failures or hardships. Compensation in more clear terms, for everything that you have missed, you have gained something else. And for everything that you have gained, you have lost something else. For everything that is gained, there must be a loss. A simple example would be, in order to have a fire to stay warm, we must use the wood, which means that we replace the wood for fire and warmth. Now we cook on the fire. We replace the heat from the fire with the food we cook. Then we lose the food to nourishment to our bodies. This continues until the energy is so small that we move on. Loss is not meant to be a human concept of a negative thing. One thing always balances the other. So some would call this the law of nature, which brings balance and harmony to the world. Many masters have contemplated nature for this very reason. In the New Age practice, we might first believe that the only purpose of meditation in nature is to enjoy its beauty, the calm, the serenity found in nature. Many students of esoteric teachers are guided to meditate with and in nature in order to understand this law. For some reason, we are guided to meditate in nature is to learn about balance amongst many other great lessons. Some of those are included in examples. Insects can destroy forests at times, but in other cases, without insects to eat certain algae or other forms that would harm the environment, our animals would die off. A tree is hit by lightning and dies off. We might find this sad, but it means the loss of the tree. But anything lost, there is a gain. The tree will rot and it'll go back to Mother Earth, and it'll create a wonderfully rich compost that will make new plants grow and thrive where it has rotted. In order to understand this law, we must utilize whatever place we have in the world. We must realize that whatever we place in the world has to be replaced. This is the law of compensation at works. So, no man can help another without helping themselves. I want you to really think about that. You can't help somebody if you don't help yourself. This is where you are helping yourself. Once you become that strong force, other people will be able to come towards you, and it'll be something that it's not going to be so much of a stretch for you, because I can almost guarantee that you've probably stretched yourself thin. And I also want you to develop the mentality, the more that, okay, so if we're working in the eyes of money, the more that I spend, the more that I'll make. The more that I do, the more that I'll get. The more that so on and so forth. That's just like the easiest thing that comes to mind. But also, if you're in this position of giving and there is no give back from certain things, or there's some sort of a block, I really want you to compose yourself and look and see where that lack is coming from, and stop giving your force and energy away towards that. You're a very magical being, and what this should be is learning how to be effortless. You are truly empowered. This is absolutely for your life, and Spirit is telling you that you are a treasure chest. Please let yourself receive these treasures. Yes, there'll be a time where they leave your life, but don't for a minute think that it's not going to come back to you. All right. So back to the Rider-Waite. What do you want to tell the reader? What are some things to watch out for other than pessimism and listening to everybody's crap? This came up in the mini reads. Definitely check them out. Letting your anxieties and your fears get the best of you. Letting fear make your decisions. And then I really want you to be careful about who you are taking advice from, because some people who feel like they have your best interest at heart, it's actually coming from a place of fear, where it seems like they want you to not go crashing down. It's not looking at the potential of what can be. It's looking at everything that can go wrong. And I really don't want you to stay stuck there. So, okay. I want you to be able to listen to what your friends and family, lovers, whoever it is around you, if you must, listen to what they're saying with a level of detachment. It doesn't mean that you don't respect them. It doesn't mean that you don't care. It just means that whatever their projection is can't be the influence in your life anymore. You are the protagonist in this. You are the navigator of this. You know how strong you can be, and life is showing you how strong and productive and amazing that you can be. So this is taking their knowledge and information and looking at things in a new way, not in the wounded way. And let's see, what else? If you start to find that you're becoming emotionally sensitive, like overly sensitive, or in your feelings overly sensitive, again, don't let anybody tell you that you're being too sensitive. If you feel like you are, then this, I really want you to look at why. What about this? What is the lesson in this? Where is this insecurity coming from? What is it trying to tell you about yourself? I don't want to take from here anymore. Where am I going to? Huh, interesting. Okay. What are some amazing things that you have to look forward to? High points of intuition. And it's not your imagination. You're bringing in a new sense of family. There's a lot to be said around these people because I think that they have the same driven mindset that you do. Do I think that you're going to abandon everybody that you've ever known? It's not that. It's not that at all. People will come and go from your life. But what this is telling you is you have to prep yourself for a whole new family that you are going to be calling in very closely. And Spirit is telling you that there is a major commitment that is coming into play for you, to you, about you. And this is absolutely about your life path. And it is, what are the signs around it? Fortune. This is dealing with a sense of success and materialism. It's not a certain evil in your life. I really need you to hone that one in. So many people get hooked on these ideas that this amount of materialism or success, or whatever you define success as in your life, is a source of weakness and selfishness. And I couldn't disagree with this more at this point. You are single-handedly creating your own utopia and thriving for what makes your soul come alive. I don't care if this is money. I don't care if this is situational. I don't care if this is relationship, but this is strictly about you. And you are learning to listen to Spirit. And I see a major celebration. I see major leaps and bounds over what seems to be these big pivotal points in your life. It almost feels like you keep crossing a perpetual finish line. You cross one finish line, you do another 10 meter sprint, and then suddenly you're crossing another one. You keep hitting mark after mark after mark with this. So abundance is coming underway with you. This is going to free up your life. Whatever it is, it's going to take off so much stress. So, my dear, it's time for you to start conditioning yourself and start listening to the miracles that are coming into play with you. Final cards are going to be, well, one more from here. Hold on. What's this one? What's that one? Harmony. You're being in complete harmony with yourself, your mindset. And then, what's this? Not done yet. There's nervousness that is coming underway right now. When you are feeling that nervousness, the outcome of this is, in that nervousness, reach out to those who you look up to, who are in the position that you want to be in. They are going to give you more information and wisdom than you would know what to do with at the point in time. You are going to cross these barriers. You are going to cross these thresholds. You are going to have the success. But when it becomes so good that you don't know how to handle it, I want you to reach out to those who are going to give you words of wisdom and help you get some sort of a new perspective and direction. Honestly, if you're watching this video, you are meant to have a blessed life, but you have to get in the flow state right now in order to receive it. You're drawing in these moments right now. Okay, I can't go any further into this. Let this life happen for you. Get out of your own way with this. Listen to people who you look up to. Make the networking and the connections right now. That's all I gotta say. Okay, yeah. This has been the Daily Tarot Oracle, the Daily Insight on Life and Love for March 29th, 2022, also timeless. So again, wherever you're catching it in time, it might be incredibly relevant, horribly irrelevant, I'm not quite sure. But if you do have questions about booking a private session, go ahead and reach out in the provided email address or find me on the social platforms and send me a DM. I'm never going to try and sell you crypto or do a Cash App thing or, beg you to sponsor anything that I'm doing. So that's on the old account that got hacked. Report those messages immediately. Report the account, block them, and come follow my new and only now IG, which is, again, no punctuation, no underscores, no spaces. It's just at Raising Savak, which, again, that's in the description too. So reach out. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll talk to you soon. Until next time, stay safe, have fun. Just know that you're greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. All right, well, it looks like you're not holding anything back about, I think, whatever this new choice and decision is. I think that you're moving forward. You're really hurt, understandable, but you're not going to let some people see you sweat. So hold on, what's this card? No, that's fun. That's fun. All right, this is what I'm looking at right here. Let's start off with this bad boy. You're just keeping up appearances. Again, like I just said, you don't want some people to see you sweating this. You're pulling away though. Lesson learned. And oh my God, the shock that went with that one. So I think that this is actual shock that you might be experiencing. And there's no way that you can unsee either this person or this particular set of circumstances the same way ever again. It forced you to, unfortunately, have to grow in a very short period of time. I don't think that you have fully integrated, I guess, what this means for you. I don't think that this is something that necessarily could be handled at the time. And I'm not talking crap about you, but right now it's like, okay, turning off emotional faculties. I just got screwed. Now what? All right, never going to be put in this position again. And I'm going to be damned if this person is going to see me in whatever that low light is that you would be freaked out about. Let's see. This is a long-term commitment that you are going to, I have to sneeze. Thank you. Long-term commitment that you are going to be working on. Now, if this is in regard to yourself or just how you deal with people, that's still up in the air. But I feel like this is going to be something that eventually works in your favor. But right now, not only are you doing damage control, you're reeling everything in right now. So the payoff not happening right now, but I feel like a genuine switch just flipped in your head. So what you have to look forward to in this, after the pain, the hurt, the whatever it is subsides, let's see what you have. I wish I had my other camera where I could show you that I'm shuffling this, because death card, it just came out and you saw that. And what's this leading to is no more shadow work, your ultimate truth coming out, and what your new belief on everything is. People are going to have to hear you, and that's not going to be fun for them. So then, listen, you are forced to be reckoned with, and you do not have time to waste on other people anymore moving forward. Your emotional capacity to coddle anyone else, done, dead in the water, and whatever just happened in your life is the one that tipped you over the edge with it. So now I see nothing stopping you in the future for yourself. It's getting better. You're not sure how this is going to look. You're not really secure in yourself, and I don't think that you've been secure in yourself for a while. So in order to be, I think, the powerhouse that you want, whatever this new phase is, I see that you have to kind of look at yourself almost as if you were, well, it's a level of detachment. It feels almost like you have made yourself an object. I don't really want to say objectify, but anyway, you're not letting anyone know what you are doing because you don't want to hear anything from anybody. Everybody has their own stupid opinion on, I guess, how you're supposed to react to this, or there's too much influence coming in from other people, and you don't feel comfortable or confident in what anyone else is spewing at you. So you're going to keep your cards to yourself. That's what I'm seeing in here. And we also have, you know what you want. You know you want to go after. It's time for you to be very clear with yourself, about yourself, and evaluate yourself and where you need to work on yourself. It's not about being kind of like coddling. It's not like over-parenting yourself to death. It's just about being black and white. Listen, this didn't work in the past. We're out with this. We're done with this. And I think that there is, again, a major agitation with people around you. You're tired. You don't want the smirks. You don't want any sort of influence coming in from them. You have this new desire. Yes, it's going to be successful. Yes, it is going to be an absolute passion of yours. You just don't want to talk about it right now because you need to get your ducks in a row of yourself, by yourself, to yourself, and nobody else knows how to help you with this. I mean, they may have the best intentions, but it's not really working for you at this point in time. So, okay, shutting everyone off and turning you on and up. What the heck do you have to look forward to? Let's see. Not pulling any punches. The Queen of Wands, bap him with the head. What you have to look forward to is probably what seems to be a mental struggle for you. Because whatever it is, it looks like you're doing this by yourself. I'm not saying that you're isolating and going into hibernation. It's just you are forcing yourself to learn something. And then we have the stress that's going to come with that. It's not going to be easy for you, but it is a form of discipline and mastery. This is so important to do with yourself. The hardship and the stress is not going to last. It brings in the wheel of fortune. Everything is turning in your favor, but now it's a time of discipline and to not share everything. Well, which I think is going to be a sad point for you, because you are normally an open person and you kind of, it's missing that. You're going to be successful. It's going to be a pain in the butt to get there. All right. Really harsh, sober look at reality, where I see that you are, in a way, rejecting some things. It's like you're rejecting one reality and going another way. Do I think you're delusional? Big fat no on that one. No, I don't think you're delusional. I think that you're annoyed. Annoyed and, in a way, kind of nervous and afraid with that one. Do I think you're a coward? Nay. Huge lesson to be learned right now, and that some things are not a quick fix. And let's see, and something is not chasing you. You're putting down a line and you're not crossing it, and you're hoping that life steps up to the occasion for you. It's going to be a hard waiting game for you. It's going to play on your insecurities. This is absolutely a fear of being forgettable. It's making you want to lash out, but you're forcing yourself to stick this out and go another way. I know how this is sounding. However, this is not something that you're ever going to cross or betray in yourself again. I feel like you have done enough of pouring your heart out to family and friends, lovers even, and it hasn't fallen on deaf ears, but it's fallen on ears that didn't know how to listen to you. And that can be even harder, because you see that there. You see the on and off effort. Just keep trying. It seems like you keep trying. You don't want to be disappointed again. This is stemming from a childhood issue. Yeah. It's going to come out in your favor, yeah. But this is also going to slow everything down. So people have a lot that they have to prove, not only necessarily to you, but just in general. And this is going to have a higher level of standard coming in from both sides involved. And that in itself, again, making you insecure. Man, is this like an uphill battle. What did I just say? There's means to an end here. And let's see. This is going to cause friction. Not every lesson is going to be about you. I see this feeling of rejection, this feeling of pride and ego and power play that's coming in that's incredibly infuriating. That's a lesson. Is it a lesson for you to learn? Well, yeah, because you don't want to chase them down. So we have this, we have the Page of Wands. Hold your ground. Yeah, it has to show up for you. All right, this is dealing with soulmate energy. So regardless of what the cards say, if in any way, shape, or form the connection is toxic, abusive, or illegal, I don't care what the cards say or what they say as an outcome, do not engage in that relationship. Okay, but if it's not any of those things, what do you have to look forward to? Well, it's dealing with Two of Cups energy, so immediately I had to give a disclaimer on that one, and I normally keep it to the end, but I said it now. So that being said, all right, major sense of loss that seems to be coming in. Somebody keeps repeating the same stupid mistake, and it feels like you are just exhausted, like you're wasting your time. So this is a choice that you have to make. Are you going to have to let this go? Or also, the moon is an indicator of what do you have to let come your way. The choice, the decision, whatever it is, do not wait until it's got you feeling completely crazy. Let's see, we have King of Cups. This is about emotional stability, very high emotional maturity, and it can be seen as like stubborn. This is somebody who doesn't let any waters rock them off their throne. And it also feels like somebody's had a detachment from their own feelings because they can't handle the disappointment anymore. So they're not going to let something upset them again. They're not going to follow, you know, what their natural urges do and like chase this energy down. I feel like you might have to let them know that they can lose you and that they have to miss you. This is a really difficult because it is a deep soul contract, deep soul bond. So in the space of them learning to miss you and learning that they could lose you, this is where the battle starts. It is going to be conflict. It is going to be bringing about conflict. They're going to come charging in. The thing is, it feels like a toddler tantrum. And I say that so, I don't know, I feel like it's so outdated to say that. But, you know, sitting there in a huff, like, no, I'm not going to do this. And then you go off and do your thing. Oh, wait up. It feels like that. This cycle has got to stop. I do see that both parties or however many are involved do want to move on. They're going to have to learn to make each other a priority and not juggle so many things. There is a balance that needs to be restored. Whatever the karma is, everybody's done with it, but there's like a pride issue that's going on right here. So the Two of Cups is ready. It's about the pride getting pushed aside and letting go of the karma so that Two of Cups can come back together. All right, so I was shuffling the cards back in from the last mini read, and this one just kind of flew out. So somebody's fighting a battle that nobody knows anything about. Temperance. This has been a really long journey, and now it feels like everything is coming back to you. Is that good or is that bad? It's good, but also I'm not saying you're naive, but there's a feeling of complete lack of awareness that's going on with this. All right, what's that about? Okay, so the battle, everything coming back to you, I think that part of you gave up in this. Feeling of hopelessness, feeling like a doormat, whatever. You're going to make me a doormat. You're going to try and take advantage of the situation. You're going to be like this. Fine. Great. I don't care anymore. I don't care. You want to know why? Because I'm going to go deal with the King of Wands energy. I'm going to go be that person. I'm going to go follow my passions. If you want to come along, fine. But please be quiet. You're not willing to fight at all in this anymore. The battle you've been dealing with far too long. And I think that that acknowledgement of your exhaustion and just your lack of possibility of even fighting in this is, I think, the biggest relief. Let's see. There's, okay, I guess a new sense of stability that you're creating, a huge law of the universe. What is your foundation made out of? Let's see. Very big on the earth and very big on the earth energy. And what I'm seeing in this is kind of 1 foot in, you're teeter-tottering around it, not for them, but for you. This is going to be something that slowly reveals its investment, but you have to kind of put more of that in. You're holding back on this investment, yet you're making this investment. It's like you need proof. You need the evidence. The cycle in your life is coming to an end. What is it involving? Impulsive actions. And it's leading to the 10 of Cups. This is not about appearances. This is about fulfillment. Your happiness is on the line. And you've given up so much in the past, and you've dealt with the 5 of Pentacles. At what point does the pain end? Let's see what this is. This took a long time. I'm guessing years, if not decades, for you to get through. Let's see. What's this card that's sticking out of my thumb? It's not that one. Oh. So this is talking about putting not your full self into this. I think that was the impulsiveness of the last time, putting all of your all into all. Now it's being a little bit more reserved and watching and see how it unfolds. Whatever this third party situation or karma is in your life, it has got you completely repressed, insecure. This is a constant story. But I see that, well, you're willing to make this change and to walk away from whatever this karma is. It looks like the moon is kind of looking down on you like, yeah, no, it's time to go. This change needs to happen. There's a 5 and a 3, and this feels like it's dominating the reading. We have 2 5s and 2 3s, of course, one of which is part of the 8. The 3 is a very positive number. It is something that really works on giving you courage, and it's almost like a high five or yes from the universe. I know how cheesy that sounds. Even though you're not walking away with your head held high, even though Spirit says that you should. Let's see. This was something that was very poisonous and long exposed to you, so the damage has been done from this. It's never fun when you're dealing with these toxic energies for any period of time, much less the long experience that you have had. There is very much a emotional and physical, maybe even mental damage done. I don't want you to beat yourself up about it. There is recovery that does occur through this in time. And right now, I see that you're at a point of licking your wounds. This was, I think, one of the darkest nights of the soul that you could have had. Ascension is part of it. Yay. Doesn't feel like a yay, but it is equating to your rebirth. And again, we have another 3 in this. 3, rebirth, the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit, however you want to look at this spiritually. This is a rebirth, absolutely divinely protected. Even through the pain, even through you not thinking that you could get through this, you are divinely protected. And now, since you've been at a point of feeling, what I'm assuming is feelings of weakness or exhaustion, now it's time for you to recuperate and regain strength. So what's this? Oh, you have a lot of choices that you have to make. And there's this need of independence that I think that you aren't quite ready to give. So that's the shadow work that this is going to involve. There's shadow work in finding out how you can reestablish your independence and thriving mentality or energy or just lifestyle. And we have the Knight of Cups. You need to start being very clear about what you've been working on, what does not work for you, and start taking what doesn't work for you out of your vicinity and start using what does work, even if it's in some small increment, as you manifesting or creating some other magic. It's time for a change.